Hello, Dolly friends, and welcome to the Doll Coven. I am back for another installment in my collection series. Today, we will be focusing on my Blythe doll collection, and I have a mix of the non-stock Ali-E Blythes and then also a few of the licensed Blythes. So we'll just go ahead and get started with the Ali-E clones. So let me start off with the ones that I have like customized, like restyled, but not from scratch. This lady here, her name is Lyric, and she, in fact, was the first Blythe that I ever received. She was a gift from Matt. I was very, very new to the world of Blythes, and honestly, at that point in time, I don't even know if I had the knowledge of differentiating between there being like an AliExpress clone type Blythe versus like the real thing, you know? But regardless, this is the first. She is the first, and she looks very different from when I received her. And I will put up a picture of what she used to look like if I can find one. But I wanted to make her into a vampire, and so I switched out her wig for something darker because it used to be this like fun blue color. And then what else did I do to her? I went ahead and gave her the 2-pulley mechanism for sleepy eyes and put these charms on there. And then I gave her eye chips that felt more vampire. So here we have this kind of icy color. And then this is a more regular color. Had to have the red. And then black. This is Leonora, and I think basically custom-wise, I did the same things with her that I did with Lyric, not too much. Like I did not change her faceplate in any way. I actually really like Leonora's faceplate. I wanted a Blythe with eyebrows. I liked her wig because it's this combination. I don't know how well you can see, but it's this combination of like, it's black, but it has streaks of gray in there. There's like gray mixed in. So I think it gives her a bit of a unique look. So all I really did with her, I might have elongated the neck a little bit. I gave her the sleepy eye mechanism as well and switched out the eye chips, decorated the pulley strings with beads and these little elephant charms here. And I think that's really it. I just find her to be very charming. She becomes Wednesday for Halloween. She is perfect for that role. And yeah, she is one of my favorites actually when it comes to these AliExpress Blythes. This is Orchid, and she's been through a few restyles, I guess you could say. When she first came to me, she had pretty much the same faceplate as Leonora. I think maybe the eyebrows might have been a slightly different shade, but other than that, pretty much the same type of faceplate. But then I used that faceplate on a different doll and then decided to do a full custom faceplate for her. And I feel like I've shown that in a previous video. In any case, the sealant for that started doing something wonky in places. I don't know if I didn't lay it right. I wouldn't be surprised if it were my error, but it just wasn't looking smooth over time. And so I hated it. I just it was bothering me. So then I switched her out for this faceplate that belonged to yet another Ali-E Blythe, and just decided to leave her with this faceplate. I just did not feel like trying to fix that other one or to customize a new one for her. So, but again, the sleepy eye mechanism and the pulley strings that I've decorated, a lot of these charms and strings, like you will see just like repeating styles with the beads and such because I try to use what I already have. So yes, I think that's really it with her. And she stays in this dress because I just love this combination of the purple along with this chartreuse color. So these final AliExpress Blythe dolls are ones that I have customized from scratch. So blank face plates and essentially putting all the different parts together. So let us start off with Amelie Simone. So she's been on a bit of a journey. She first started off as Simone, and she originally had a wig of like huge red curls. Beautiful, beautiful wig. That's why I wanted it. It had like this coppery red color, and I thought she looked stunning with that wig. The problem was that because there was so much hair, and that made her all the more top heavy, she just refused to stay upright. She refused to stand. She refused to sit. She was constantly falling over because her head was so heavy. And that just really got on my nerves after a while. And I did have to do her faceplate over. The first attempt I just wasn't satisfied with. So this was one of those instances where I went back to the drawing board and I like this version much better. Basically, now the wig she is wearing belonged to another Blythe that I had that I no longer have because I've shown her on my channel before. Her name was Amalie. She came to me early on in my doll collecting and I adored her, but I had so many issues with her faceplate. Ali E faceplates are known for, I guess, having issues with discoloration and sealant lifting, and Amalie experienced that not once but twice. And finally, I tried to then customize her faceplate, and just sand everything down, seal it myself, customize it myself. And frankly, I just didn't love it. I just didn't. So I decided to take Amalie's wig, which is what you see here, and put it on Simone. And so she is now Amelie Simone. And actually, I think she looks great in this wig. As much as I loved that other mop of curls, I do think she actually looks really, really cute with this wig. And she actually stands now. She actually behaves and stays standing. With her, I opted not to give her sleepy eyes. I think this was one where, because I had spent so much time with her faceplate, I was kind of over it and I just didn't want to do much else. So, but I did give her these glittery eyelids. Here is my very, very first custom that I ever did from scratch. I wanted a doll inspired by Coraline. This wig actually belonged to Lyric, the Blythe that I showed first in this video. And it was a brighter blue. I decided to chop it down to bob length and then dye it with black dye to come out with this result, which I thought was great for Coraline. So once again, just trying to use stuff that I already have, these charms and these beads, things I already had. Making her little magic stone, I just did this with, what is it, magic clay and some acrylic paint. Now, these lids were already painted with this eye mechanism, but I did go ahead and, of course, I had to especially pick out the different eye chips, one being the button eyes, another being the cat, that is her companion, and then we have this nice, beautiful gold, and then a deep brown. Oh, and also I decided to try Alika body with this one. This is the only Ali E Blythe that I have on Alika body. So yeah, and I think it suits her. It's fine. This is Viola, and she's probably my favorite custom out of all the ones I've done. And I had originally sought out to make her kind of like a mini-me, but I knew pretty early on that that probably wasn't going to pan out. I love her regardless, and she is still in her handbook from Lunar New Year. That is fine. Here are her pull strings and her little charms. You have a crystal ball and a star. And let's see, what did I do with her? She does also have eyelids that I went ahead and painted. So that's what they look like. And I really think that's it. Originally she had bangs, and I went ahead and chopped those off. And I like the length of this wig. I wanted a Blythe doll where I didn't have to deal with their hair, because as beautiful as their hair is when it's, long and curly, it can also be a bit of a pain. And I think her hair is actually pretty too. It's a nice, pretty black. This is Frankie. And the reason I named her such is that she is very much kind of like a Frankenstein doll. I took pieces I had and put them together to make her. So nothing matches, nothing. Her faceplate is more of like a tan, I think. But like her, see the dome of her wig, it's white, but I don't care. And then her body is more of like that mocha dark color. So yeah, she just doesn't match at all. And I don't care. I think that's part of her charm. So I wanted to give Frankie more of a goth look. Black, glittery eyelids, black, glittery lips. And I think that's a nice contrast with the ice blue streaks in her hair and the white dress that I've put her in. So I really do like what I've done with her, given the fact that I was really just trying to use the remaining doll parts that I had. This last part of the video, we will focus on my licensed Blythes. I only have 3, and we'll start off with Float Away Dream. She was on sale, which helped convince me to pull the trigger. And also, I just really like this color hair. It's kind of minty sea foam color. So yeah, I mean, not really much else to say about her. I think she's lovely. This is not her stock dress. Her stock is just okay. And actually, the navy jacket that she came with ended up staining her arm. And I've tried to lighten that up. Not the hugest deal. Next up is Suri Sustainable. And the reason I gravitated toward her was that she had this olive complexion, or like tan complexion, which you don't see that often with these licensed Blythes. It's well known that they don't come out with a lot of variety in skin tone. So I liked that she had a bit of a tanner complexion, and I think it complements her auburn colored hair. She is in Urban Fairy Ellie's stock jacket, which Urban Fairy Ellie belongs to Matt. But he didn't mind me stealing her clothes. So I think she looks great in this jacket, actually. And then I just have her in these like pink Barbie shoes. And then finally, we have Coquette Lumiere. She was a gift. Originally, I was contemplating restyling her, like customizing her, because my holy grail doll is the Anna Sui Blythe, which I just know I'll never get her. I just love the color combo of like the blackish hair with then violet colored eye chips. So as you can see here, Coquette Lumiere does have a set of violet eye chips. So that was definitely one selling point. And then she's just a beautiful doll. I think the face up is different. With the blush being right here under the eyes and just the lips. And I had thought to myself, well, maybe when I get her, I'll dye her hair black. But when I did receive her, I just thought her hair was so pretty that I decided to keep her as is. At first, I thought she was more like blonde, but actually, I would say that this is like pink and just really pretty, giving a nice overall effect to her. So I left her as is. I don't regret it. Her stock is lovely, but not to the point where I would just want to keep her in this and only this. Um, yeah, so I've been trying to find outfits that, I don't know, resonate because I've been putting her in different things and they're fine. For some reason, I'm having trouble outfitting her. I don't know, we just haven't found the right look for her. We will figure it out. And that is a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.